Gemini, hello, I'm Claire Louise Hay from BeHealing.com, and this is your weekly read for the week of the 13th to the 19th of July 2020. It's the weekend when I'm publishing this, which means I've got a half price reading sale going on right now. And it's on my biggest block readings. So I get all my readings out within 24 hours, and it's 3 pages long, this reading. Biggest block, what is that? Well, it's our biggest resistance. It's the way that we're holding ourselves back from those things that we really want. So if you're not experiencing what you really want in your life right now, if you haven't got the money or the relationship or the love or the career or the business or the location, the house, whatever it is that you haven't got in your life, it's because you're holding yourself back from it in some way. And so my biggest block readings that go into that. What is your biggest block? What's the biggest way that you're holding yourself back, that biggest resistance? Where did it come from? So who taught it to you, or what experience did you go through that instigated that block within yourself? And then most importantly, how you can release it. So if that sounds good to you, you're going to want to book in for one of those this weekend, because this weekend, the weekend that I'm publishing this video, that's 75 Australian dollars instead of 150. That is about 50 American dollars instead of 100. So it's an amazing time to get one of these readings. If you'd like to book in for one of those, I'll pop a link for it up there. There's also a link in the description box below. And if all else fails, you can find it on my website, behealing.com. Now, I'm going to use the usual inner self-guidance cards to do this reading, but then I'm also going to get a card or some cards from Colette Baron Reid's Spirit Animal deck here, and then also a card or some cards from the Beautiful Creatures Tarot as well, so to give you a bit more guidance, switching things up a little bit. Making some changes, being a bit more creative with my readings. It's nice. I've got a lot of more decks on order as well, so it's fun playing with new cards. I love it. And if you do want some of these inner self-guidance cards, I know a lot of you have been asking me about these, what cards they are that I use in all my readings. The inner self-guidance cards by Lynn Bell. I've got a link from Lynn. She's someone that I used to work with years ago. So if you would like to purchase some of these cards, I know the rest of the cards, you can find those anywhere, right, on Amazon, but these you can't. So I've put a link for that to purchase those in the description box as well. What have you got going on this week? Not a great card to start with, Gemini. You've got sabotage up until now, but this is good energies because you're letting go of a sabotage that has been going on and on and on in your past. Now, sabotages, that can be something like drinking or smoking or eating too much. It can be all kinds of things like that. And often we can get focused on that sabotage itself, thinking that that's the problem, but it's never is the problem. It's always the underlying thing that needs to be healed, the thing that triggers us to do that sabotage, right? It's the unrest, the trigger that's below that really needs sorting out. Because once that trigger's gone, once you've healed that part of yourself that is triggered by that thing, once that energy's not there anymore, tree just came down, then you're not going to even want to do that sabotage anymore. And so I feel like you've been working on this. I feel like you have been working on it. You've been trying to release that sabotage at the sabotage level. And this is saying this week is all about getting further into that. It's like I feel like your efforts to get rid of that sabotage, Gemini, have caused your higher self and the universe to step in and say, let's help Gemini out here. Let's get Gemini to that root cause of it, of what's really going on. It might be a really good week to get a biggest block reading for you to help with that. I'm getting strange energies from this. You got the play and surrender card, and it's like giving up. I'm feeling like you're trying to work towards something, Gemini, and then it doesn't work, and then you just let it go and you play instead. So the sabotage could be that. It could be you're trying to make something happen, maybe in your business or in your work or something. It doesn't happen, and then you just like, I give up, I surrender, I give up, and then you just play instead. Maybe not play in a positive way, maybe a play in a sabotagey kind of way. You know what I mean? Going out partying, that kind of thing. It could be that kind of an energy. That's what I'm picking up from these two cards together, is that it feels like a surrender. It's not really a surrender. It's a giving up that you do. A giving up that you do because you're finding it hard to move toward what it is that you want. And so you go into the negative expression of play, which is connected with your sabotage. So that's what you've got going on. And it could be that this is playing out again this week to give you that clarity on what you've been doing to yourself. So where is this headed, Gemini? Someone else used to do this. Someone else used to do this. Someone modeled this to you, and you've got to forgive that person. Who was it? Was it your mum? Was it your dad? Was it an ex-partner? You're copying someone else here that taught you this. Very biggest block kind of reading this, hey? But yeah, you need to forgive them. You need to forgive them. It didn't work out well for them either. And it probably, if this is someone from your childhood, like a parent or something, you probably thought, I'm never going to do that. And then you find yourself doing exactly the same thing. Or maybe it's slightly different. The sabotage might be slightly different, but it's the same, you know? It's the same. And you got to forgive them to release yourself from this. So there's a trigger, and it could be you not wanting to do it. That is one of the biggest triggers. So you're not releasing yourself from that so that it can go well. Do you know what I mean by that? So it's like, if I say I drink, right? And it's been a problem in my past, in my life, drinking too much. Like, I used to be really reliant on it because of social anxiety and stuff. But once I'd healed myself, I didn't need it anymore. But it's my go-to sabotage for sure. If I'm stressed out or I'm tired or whatever, I can drink too much so easily. And so if you had an alcoholic parent, right, and you thought, I'm never going to be like that, and you could see that trigger behind it, maybe they were depressed and then they were alcoholic because of that. You're like, I'm never going to be like that. And you're not doing the depression thing, but you're doing the alcoholic thing. Yeah, you're doing that same sabotage or something similar. Maybe you're using drugs instead or whatever. It's the same thing, yeah. But it's your resistance. It's you saying, I'm never going to be like them kind of thing that has you locked into that same kind of pattern. So a lot of forgiveness to do in your past here. You need guidance around it. That's so sad. Get one of those biggest block readings while they're half price this weekend. If this is resonating with you, get support or get a reading from someone else or get a counselor. Get some help around it, because this is fundamental. I feel like this is holding you back from what you want in your life, Gemini. And there is help. Like, there's help. You can get a counselor or something. You can get a reading. There's all kinds of people. Just use your intuition to lead you to the right person that can help you be free of this, because it's like you've got this gate open right now saying, Gemini, this is a big hurdle for you. This is like a big block. It's so similar to a biggest block reading this. You've got this hurdle, Gemini, and it's time for you to free yourself from this now, because all of that stuff that you've been trying to create and you keep on giving up on it is because of this, and it's time to let it go now. You can do it, and it's going to be easier than you think as well. I'm sure for a lot of you it's going to be easier than you think. You don't need to do it alone. It's hard to do it alone. So what do the spirit animals want to tell you? That was quick. Oh, 2. Lucky. First one out. Beautiful. Peacock spirit, let it shine. This is what you've got coming from this. From this inner work this week, this is what you've got coming. Your bright, shiny self is going to come out. Peacock spirit. I used to have a peacock when I was a teenager. It's called Cash, because there used to be, it came with a house that my parents bought, and it's called Cash. They'd actually got a peacock and a peahen. She was called Carrie, so it was Cash and Carrie. But Cash was the only one left, and the fox got him in the end, which is a real shame. But they're funny animals. And they shout barrel. That's what I used to think they shout anyway. So you're going to be bright and shiny after this, after you've released this thing. It's going to take some inner work this week to release it. Beautiful. Oh, how amazing is this? Owl spirit, seeing things clearly now. See it clearly. You can unravel something this week. You get that right help and that right guidance and that right support. You can unravel something that has been with you your whole life, and you can be free of it this week. That is so beautiful. Seeing things clearly now, seeing your patterns clearly, so that you can move to this. Shining brightly. Those things that you've been wanting to do. Wow, beautiful. What's the tarot got for you? More guidance for Gemini from the tarot. One card would be nice. Or however many cards. There you go, 2 it is. You're being greedy today. You've got Let's put it that way around. You've got the 5 and the 6 of Cups. Regrets. I've had a few. Memories and regrets. This is the week to heal something from your past that's keeping you from that love that you want, from all kinds of things that you want in your life. Everything is love, by the way. Everything is love energy. Whether we think it's money or abundance or what, it's all love energy. Jobs and stuff, it's still love energy. It's love energy that comes back to us. You're holding yourself from that. And the key to it for you this week is in your memories and your regrets. So what are those? They're leading you the way. And please do get help with this. Get help from someone. Get a counselor or get a reading or get a breakthrough session with me or whoever else you're attracted to on YouTube to get the help. Whoever you're resonating with, get help from them this week because you've got this door open and your higher self is trying to help you to release this stuff so you can be done with it, so you can see it clearly and release it this week. Wow, properly surrendering it, right? Properly letting it go, not just giving up and sabotaging yourself instead. Wow, the end of a pattern, a lifelong pattern this week. It's big stuff. It's a big week for you. There you go. If you like this reading, please click like and subscribe to my channel. Leave a comment. What did you get out of that? Does that resonate with you? If you really, really like it, please share my channel with your friends. I would be so appreciative if you could do that. Trying to grow my YouTube channel and your help would be amazing if you could do that for me. Have you seen your biggest block reading yet? It might give you more insight into this. I can't remember what it was for Gemini, but you can watch it. I'll pop a link for it up there. And if you would like one of those biggest block readings while they're half price, there's a link right there. I'd love to read for you, Gemini. There you go. Have an awesome week, and I will see you next time. Bye.